Beer, 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 but beer, but beer, beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, for another Rooski Brewski review. And today the beer I have for you is from Kame Kettle Brewery. It is their seasonal excuse breakfast stout, coming in at 6.8% alcohol by volume and an unknown IBU in one of their huge crowlers, which is just under a liter of beer. It's a lot of beer. This beer actually is a collaboration beer with Brimstone Brewing Company. So let's crack her open, see what we got. Oh, there we go. Now, the first one exploded on me because it was very full. Will this do the same? A little bit. Not as much, though. I covered it. Clean up on aisle hands. Alright, I can already smell it. It smells delicious. Let's pour it into this Great Lakes Brewery pop can style glass. We're just going to pour about half a glass so I can enjoy the rest, and so that this video isn't forever long. But look at that. Look at that big head. Huge head on there. Very like a nice chocolatey mocha looking head on there. Quite dark of a beer. You could say it's pretty much black. But no, I'm very excited to have this. I had it in the brewery. I think it was the first beer I had when I got to the brewery when I was in Niagara with the Albino Rhino and RedBeerd. And when I first had it, I'm like, we got there early, like real early in the morning it seemed. And I was severely hungover from the night before. And Dave, the owner of Kame Kettle, set me up with this, and it put me, hair of the dog, perfect. Absolutely beautiful. So, now that story time's over, let's give her a smell, see what we got. Just chocolate, coffee, nice toasted malt smell. Oh my god, it smells so good. Some molassesy smelling, like a dark chocolate as well. Oh man. Just, you know what? I had it for breakfast once. Now I'm having it for 10 o'clock beer. either time of the day. It just smells great. Let's give it a taste. That was good. It's sweet. It's like biscuity. You get sort of like almost like a milky stout quality to it. Just like how creamy it is, with some nice dark chocolate flavor, and also like a nice dark roasted coffee or something like that. Same sort of flavor coming in here. The taste is phenomenal. It goes down velvety smooth too. Holy moly. Alright, let's continue on drinking and see what else we got. Cheers everybody. Absolutely phenomenal. Get a little bit of like an alcohol-y taste. Nothing offensive though. It's more of like a deep bitterness of like super dark chocolate. That's sort of where I'm getting that from. That's what it sort of relates to, that bitterness of it. But 6.8%, not too much alcohol in here. A little bit more than the average, but that's always good. It's very nice. It's, holy man, it's well done. It's big and strong, but it's it feels thicker in the mouth, but it doesn't sit heavy at all, which is really nice for something like this. Big and bold in flavor. It does not sit that heavy in the stomach. Very easy to drink. Just tasty as all hell. So let's read what this huge crowler has to say. I think this just tells you about the brewery. It says this brewery is located at 25 Phelim Town Square in Fonthill, Ontario, just outside the Niagara region. And they say, The kettle to the Kame was brought to brew tasty beers for those who sought, where palates are tested, thirst quenched, and flavor lurks. Kame Kettle Beer Works. Nice. Nice little description of the brewery, or just a little blurb of what they have to say. That's awesome. Very nice to see. Now, I would show you their website. It is currently under construction, and their website is called kameandkettle.ca, Kame with a K. So, currently under construction, but nice to see that something's going to be coming up there. So now here on Untappd, Seasonal Excuse, out of 138 ratings, Seasonal Excuse has been given a 3.71 bottle caps out of 5. So a fairly good rating in my opinion. That's just so good. Holy moly. I had a lot of drink of this, which is not bad at all. Very, very nice to see these big crowlers coming out of there. And it's not the glass, almost liters that some other breweries have. Those are really nice, but I think putting it in a can is definitely interesting for sure. Definitely easier to transport, as they were showing. They usually use like old orange crates. Throw 3 in there, go on your merry way, enjoy them, kind of thing. I don't know. Good form factor is what I'm trying to say. With all that said, let's finish this beer and get rate ratings. Cheers, everybody, on the final sip. Wow. Like I said, I'm going to reiterate the flavors again. Milk and dark chocolate, more dark chocolate. Nice dark roasted coffee. Sweet malt, a little bit of molasses, and like a milky sort of feel to the whole beer. Very velvety smooth, goes down nice. A little bit of bitterness, like a super dark chocolate, something like that. Just an overall well-rounded stout. Jeez, definitely when I go down to that region again, I'm definitely gonna pick up some more of this, because it is. It's a nice stout. It's definitely a great stout. And definitely a great breakfast stout. So, flavor-wise, I gotta give this beer a solid... I gotta give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. I was gonna go to a 9, but the dark chocolate bitterness, I'm not a huge fan of super dark chocolate. And that's what I'm really getting and what sort of lingers on my palate, which isn't the greatest, for my personal palate. But if you love dark chocolate and you really like that super dark chocolate, like that 70% up, you'll definitely like that little aftertaste. Me, I don't mind it, it's just not my favorite. So 8.5 for the beer. Presentation wise, you know what, I wish they could put on the IBUs. I don't think this has a brewed on date, which is also a little bit of a bummer. But you know what, when you're down at the brewery, because you can only get these in the brewery, and I think some restaurants, you can definitely ask them when it was brewed, and also the IBUs on it. I just wish maybe they added that on the little handwritten notes of the label that they do have. So, presentation, I gotta give it a solid 7.5. You know what? 7.5 works for me. That almost wraps it up. But before I go, if you have any comments, questions, beers you want me to review in the future, leave all that information down in the comment box below. Remember, if you want to like or subscribe to the video, or to me, and join me for a few beers, go ahead and do that too. With all that said, that'll do it for me, Brewski, and like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.